Hello dear friends, and welcome back to HeartTouch Stories. Here, we share emotional and meaningful stories that not only touch your heart, but also leave you with life lessons you'll remember forever. Let me ask you this. What would you do if you found something so precious that it could change your life forever? Would you keep it, or would you return it? Today's story is about a little child who faced this very question. It is a story of innocence, honesty, and a single act of kindness that became unforgettable. Stay with me until the end, because the lesson in this story may just remind us all of the values that truly matter in life. It was a bright morning in a quiet neighborhood. Children were playing in the park, their laughter echoing in the air. Among them was a little boy named Arjun, no more than 10 years old. Arjun came from a very humble background. His shoes were worn out, his shirt was patched in many places, but his smile was pure sunshine. He loved to play, explore, and sometimes wander along the sidewalks collecting little treasures like shiny stones, old coins, or marbles left behind. That morning, as he kicked a ball near the swings, something caught his eye. Lying in the grass, half hidden under the sunlight, was a small velvet box. Curious, he bent down, opened it slowly, and his eyes widened. Inside was a glittering diamond ring, its stones sparkling like a star. For a child like Arjun, who barely had enough to eat, the ring looked like magic. He held it in his tiny hand and whispered, "This must be worth more than everything we have at home." He ran to show his mother, who was washing clothes nearby. When she saw the ring, she froze. Her hands trembled as she said, "Arjun, this is very expensive. Someone must be crying right now, searching for it." Arjun tilted his head. "But Mama, if we keep this, we could buy food for weeks. You wouldn't have to work so hard anymore." Her eyes softened, but she replied firmly, "My son, money can feed our stomach, but honesty feeds our soul. We should do the right thing." The little boy nodded. Deep inside, he knew his mother was right. So holding the box tightly, Arjun walked to the nearest police station. The officers were surprised when such a young boy walked in, carrying something so valuable. He placed the ring on the desk and said, "I found this in the park. Someone must be missing it. Can you please give it back to them?" The officer leaned forward, looking at the child with astonishment. "Do you know how much this ring is worth?" he asked. Arjun simply shook his head. "No, sir. But I know it doesn't belong to me." The officer smiled and wrote down a report. Later that afternoon, a wealthy woman rushed into the station. Her face was pale, her eyes swollen from crying. She had lost her engagement ring, a family heirloom passed down for generations. When the officer handed her the velvet box, she burst into tears of relief. "It means more than money," she whispered. Then, pointing to Arjun, the officer said, "This little boy returned it." The woman turned, knelt in front of him, and hugged him tightly. "You don't know what you've done for me," she said. "This ring carries my family's blessings. Thank you, my child." She offered him money as a reward, but Arjun politely shook his head. With a bright smile, he said, "I didn't do it for money. I just wanted to do the right thing." Everyone in the station stood in silence, touched by the purity of the child's heart. But do you know what happened next? This act of honesty created a ripple effect that no one could have predicted. The woman was so moved that she later visited Arjun's family. Though he had refused the reward, she insisted on helping them in another way. She supported his education, ensuring that a boy who valued honesty and kindness would have every chance to succeed in life. Arjun's story reminds us of a truth we often forget: riches can be lost, but values last forever. A diamond may shine, but the glow of honesty shines brighter. The world may admire wealth, but it is integrity that makes a soul truly priceless. So the next time life tests us with a choice, let us remember this, child. Because it is not what we keep that defines us, but what we return with love and honesty. Thank you for listening to this touching story on HeartTouch Stories. If this story touched your heart, please share it with others, because sometimes one story can change a life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss more heartfelt stories like this one. Until next time, may your days be filled with kindness, honesty, and love. Take care, and see you in the next story.